Too late. It's gonna happen. All right. No. You're given downtime, and your last class is definitely.
Well, last time we were on Belgium we off, so the downtime. So.
Yep, and you can also fill that downtime with a class of your choice or not.
Oh, well then, what do I have available?
You don't know.
Okay. I guess I'll. Are there numbers for these classes? These classes have like a number assigned to them. Or is it just like a random door that I go up to and be like, knock knock, who's there? A hand goes through and be like, come in, bitch.
I don't know. Well, you're wandering around. Some of the doors are labeled, some aren't. Some are locked, some aren't. Why don't you make me some tests that involve, finding things?
Yeah. Well, if it's numbers, I'm gonna do.
What are you doing signy signs for? What
Numbers.
do you mean numbers?
Numerology, more or less.
That's not signy science.
Yes, it is.
It's literally numerology. It's not signy science, no.
It uses. Okay.
Well, Signiscience is your ability to detect magic. Signiscience.
Okay.
That's what it is. Your ability to detect magic as a magic user.
Nice awareness, though.
Yeah, that's not a bad awareness. Okay. There's a couple areas.
Okay.
There is a horticulture class or area. Plants, yay! Botany. You like plants and botany. That's like your life, right? It's like everything you ever wanted to be in New Threat.
I mean, maybe Paradox, but or Swallowtail Kite, but not this guy.
Shit. Alright.
Plants are important though, and Logan does understand the importance of knowing, especially in this new place. But yes,
there's a dojo as you're walking by. There's a place for cooking. Literally, there's a cooking class. There's the med bay. There's a couple machine shops. As you kind of rolling by, why don't you make me a navigate surface test?
Operate, sir. Navigate.
Oh, yay! All right, so you find yourself walking down the hallway, and you hear a conversation around the corner. Mm-hmm. Do you want to listen in, or are you kind of gonna
I'll listen in.
walk in, or are you eavesdropping?
Once I hear, I'll pause for a bit just to get the base, and then I'll forward.
Okay. There's a comment about from someone about the God Project and needing an agent. Keep an eye on a situation. I suggest you pick one quickly and deploy. You have everything lined up. Do you walk in at that point?
Yeah. Oh, lo and behold,
Ah,
here's that God Project guy. I don't say that out
that
loud.
one will work. And he kind of looks over. This one individual who's kind of got a he's got a nice suit,
Okay.
very nice suit. He has this Doberman that's next to him. In fact, I'll put out a handout.
Gorgeous.
All right. So this guy introduces himself as Hirschfield. Hirschfield. Yep. I'll bring your vulner thing. He is also a member of the Queen's Guard. He is. He's not a teacher.
Okay.
He would be a dispatcher or someone very high ranked in management.
Fixer
Or
almost?
the fixer, mechanic. Basically, he's in charge of all the Queen's Guard who are in the serving, like the servant business. Basically, all the eyes and ears. So, um, if you need to get into a serving or waiter or whatever position, um, if you have the qualifications and the okay from the instructors, you can get deployed there. Your job is to literally do job as assigned, not to sneak off, not to go listen in. Just if you hear stuff, you hear stuff.
Right.
But you can be activated at any time. It's basically you're a secret service. That's what the Queen's Guard is. They're secret service.
Hmm.
And you just fucking deploy. And it's great. Yeah, that one will work.
I'm like, straighten up. I'll be like, okay. Can I be
Sweet.
briefed, or is it just
No, you're weak. You're not going anywhere. You got here yesterday.
Ugh. I understand. It'd be nice if I could see the world a bit, but I understand that maybe starting a little too quickly would be a bad idea. All right.
Well, I need someone as quick as possible. Make sure it happens. I'll get you someone when they meet my specifications for field work. You know I'm in charge of field work. You're in charge of in-house. But no one gets to go until I okay it. I'll figure it out quickly. I'm in need of someone with that particular skill set immediately. I'll do that as best I can. Alright. Well, come on, kid. Looks like we're gonna go learn some martial arts. Because apparently you were wanting to go, but you're just gonna die and it's gonna be a waste of time. Send you as is.
Well, at least it's nice that someone's looking out for me.
Yeah, it's just suppose, but it's not the point here. I don't send in unprepared agents. Simple as that.
Sounds like procedure.
Mm, not always. Nor is it always as nice. You know?
Hmm. All right. So do I follow her martial training? Is that what's gonna happen here?
Um, one moment. Need to.
Yep. No rush. No rush. Take your time.
I think. Mm.
Get a blanket. Yep. Squeak.
Hold on.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you're gonna be walked off, and you walked over to the actual dojo.
Okay.
All right. Well, if you're gonna go do field work, then you know what the difference is.
Between fieldwork and
Pretty much anything.
I would
Like,
think.
do you know what
this-
field work is?
I haven't gone on fieldwork before, but what I've heard, more of subtlety and professionalism.
Hmm. Not necessarily. No.
Sure. And, well, ability to
Field work
adapt.
is um pretty easily categorized as grunt work. You know,
Front work. All right. So,
military work.
right. So, preparation important for this then, right?
As it is with any field work.
Of course.
But field work also can be classified as doing um, subterfuge, spy work, and all that. But I don't train that. I train the martial bit. And field work for me really comes down to your ability to fight. Because that's kind of what it comes down to in the end, doesn't it? Ability to do combat. So, I've never sent out a single person who got here within a month. Like,
I guess in our case it'd be a day, but I know what you're saying.
uh, well, no, I'm not. You're not gonna be leaving, except for say you're ready. You're brand new.
Right. He coughs.
Well, not just that. I'm talking like actual super new. I mean, if you can learn the first technique of the next form, next technique, your martial ability, then I can send you. I mean, you have combat ability. It's just martial ability is different. You know.
Hmm. Understand.
Well, then tell me, what's the difference between martial and what am I talking about?
One's the ability to deal with opponents, the other is your ability itself.
Potentially. It's actually kind of slightly a trick question. I'm teaching martial arts, and it's a very peculiar type of martial arts. I'm talking about martial arts ability. So your ability is a. I mean, you. I've had people come in. They're veterans of, you know, any battlefields. They can wield weapons quite well. Doesn't matter melee or ranged. Explosives. Have all the type of training. That means they're good in the field. They can go in, but that does not mean they're martially capable. Basically, my techniques are what make normal humans able to fight above what they're normally supposed to be able to fight. The other parts are overcome by gear and other magical means. So, martial arts is a big deal, at least for us. You know?
Right.
So you're ready to fight in the field, especially if once you get some more gun training. But shouldn't be too bad, right?
I could hope, I guess.
Like, I'm not saying you're bad, okay?
I never
It's
thought you
just
would.
how about this.
Hmm.
She walks you over in the dojo, and she points at the third board of 10. If you can break that in a single blow, using your technique, you can go.
All right. So how about we get down to the
Oh.
basics of this then? I'm more or less I use a sword, and that's what I've been trained with. But martial ability, this is
I don't care about your sword.
no, I know you're not. This is why. Uh, let's go with the steps.
Well, oddly enough, swords will come much later, but your style is actually pretty okay with the sword. It's um, mostly because you can martial weapons can be used to imbue your energy into.
As I'm
So,
used to.
yeah, I imbue my armor with my energy, so you get to do the same.
Interesting.
So let's just say uh, the martial arts you picked, Burning Embers, Perfect Ash, are specifically good at offense. Not so much the defense, but um, technically, practitioners like to brag that if you don't have time, if all they're doing is defending, then you don't. It's basically the best offense.
Yeah, that makes
A good
sense.
team. Yeah, the best defense is a better offense. And for you, you can actually get pretty crazy with um, martial technique. In fact, one of the last forms is one of the most dangerous of the bunch. It permanently burns a portion of your inner energy, which you'll have to build up again, which takes some serious focus. But you can put it into the edge of your blade and really stick it to someone or a bunch of people.
Hmm. I think that's pretty cool.
Basically, I call it burning of the lotus blossoms, or some call it burning of the cherry blossoms, but I like to picture it as a lotus blossom, and you burn up the petals. The same thing as with the cherry blossoms. The little leaves fall and they burn to ash, but very powerful technique. You gotta have a lot of juice to not burn out your entire stock of inner energy. Just a smidge here and there. High risk and sometimes reward. Anyways, um, so punch that, or kick it, or strike it, however you want. Usually it's a punch. Don't worry about the swords. We'll get you one if you do get to be deployed, but it's not going to be really any use because basic armor doesn't really care about swords because basic armor isn't good against bullets and stuff, but swords it's just kind of laughable. And where Hirschfeld wants to send you, unless you're something really special with a sword or have a special type of sword, no, don't really bother with it. You know. Here, I'll even set up an exercise for you.
Oh, all right.
And she goes over and rolls out and fixes a dummy with some power armor on it. Actual power armor. It looks a little beat, but it's got power pack on it, and she kind of flips a bunch of switches on the thing. Stands up, hits her wrist pad, and a bubble shield pops over it. Okay, that's your average opponent of where you're going. Here's a sword.
Ah.
That's
I'll have
average.
try to hit that. Oh no.
That's average. That's not even considering potential heavy targets that have hard light shields and carapace armor like me. Actually, um, if you do impress me, and even maybe go to one of the armor classes or one of the tech classes, we can get you one of our new shield units. It's actually pretty new. So she kind of taps the shoulder, just kind of floating on her shoulder. Um, Same concept as the new turtle shield concept. And the outside is a metallic piece, which, does make it susceptible. But the inner piece is impenetrable. So, pretty neat.
Hmm. Fist there.
Well, hit the board with the fist, hit the power armor with a sword. Or a fist. I don't care. If you are going to try and punch the power armor with a fist, recommend you putting on some gloves or something to protect your hands, because there is a force field on it and you will lose your hands. Or at least mangle them beyond repair. And yes, that board sticking out of the ground is a piece of wood.
Okay.
And also, we're going to equip you with some guns, because even I use guns. They're really convenient.
Oh, definitely, especially if you can't sword.
It's just, yeah, you can. In fact, your specific style is really good at it. And some of the higher teachings, you can actually ignite your sword with your chi, and then send out flying arcing crescents of death and fire.
Right.
But again, it uses up a lot of energy because you're physically manifesting chi in the form of fire. And then launching it as a projectile from your sword blade. So,
Yeah, that must take a lot of focus.
Nah, yeah, a little bit of focus, but mostly it's just a large reservoir of inner chi and the right instrument.
Okay.
This is not magic. This is the power of the soul, which, oddly enough, a lot of people don't really cultivate. Find some sort of other source of energy, like mana or whatnot. That doesn't come from people. Come from within, foreign.
Hmm. Right. Logan will grab a sword and initiate a stance that he's used to.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, well, as he breathes, focuses on that fire. Well, imagine the flame, the tip of his
No.
sword. No?
No. She told you not to do that. You're not
Okay.
ready for higher level techniques.
Right.
But if you're using like Igni, that's different. That's your magic. Thing is it requires such a high ranking of stuff. In fact, I'm gonna make you a little chart. Um, so right now you're probably rocking 50 as a good number. To do crescents for blades of fiery fireness, it's like 100 per slash.
Okay.
Your maximum carrying capacity is 50 at the moment. Even trying it would burn you out,
Yep.
and
All
you'd
right.
go back, and you'd go back to like wanting to die on the
Right.
floor.
Guess I'll just have to try strength then while I'm doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so. I'll have to do willpower. I'll have
Mm-hmm.
to up and spell that then.
Sure. Willpower. Yeah, you kickstart your engine. Goes to 20.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well, then if it's at 20, I feel that it's at 20. I will.
the way it'll work is you're given a number, and since you're a novice,
Okay.
the number you start with is the degrees of success.
Okay.
So times 10,
Right.
up to 50.
Yeah.
Um, so when you're using your abilities, your first willpower test determines your plus.
Okay.
So, or sorry, that first willpower test is to kickstart and give you an initial pool size, right?
Okay.
The next willpower test, um, you get 3 tries.
Okay.
You take the first one that passes, which is neat. That's
Okay.
that's this martial arts. In fact, a lot of these martial arts you'll run into require rolls to get kickstarted. In fact, you should make some macros for yourself.
Okay.
Basically, use the Kickstarter, and then
And roll 3D 100s. Just kind of.
well, just have it as 1D 100 with a little attached little label on it that says for 1D 100 for Kickstarter,
Yes.
and or for ignition, and then you have another one that's like 1D 100, and then on the little right after the 1D 100 it's space. Using chi, activating enhanced chi or fire chi, and then you get to roll that one up to 3 times, one at a time until one passes.
Right.
And then cool thing is that even though you have a bad efficiency on how much points it uses per round, it just depends on how well you breathe. So when you roll for using your chi, degrees of success equals your bonus
Yes.
times 10. So it can be enormous.
Oh wait. So if I had
5
degrees.
degrees,
Okay, if I had
yeah,
5, that
you'd
would
have
be.
plus 50 to all combat rolls.
Oh, I thought it was just plus 10 for each.
Well, it's plus 10 for each degree of success
Okay.
stacked.
Right.
And then you maintain that for as long as you can maintain that form.
Okay.
So it uses currently 10 points a round,
Okay.
and then try not to ever go past 20. Because if you're at 50 and you're like, ah, shit, need to use some, it's kind of dangerous because you get one turn of stuff, and then next turn, if you do keep using it, then you burn out.
Right.
And then you're pretty much dead anyways at that point. Regen, unfortunately, right now, you don't have to report. You just go into it. You gain 5 points a round.
Gain 5.
Unless you, because that's your recovery. That's your 5. While you're not actually using the chi, you're using your breathing techniques to build it back up because you're stoking the fire.
Right. What is this 5 based off? It is my willpower bonus.
Yeah, right now it's your willpower bonus. It might add a whole bunch of other stuff later on, like toughness
Sure, sure.
and willpower and other things, but right now it's just,
I was just curious where the 5 came from, so I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
it's your ability to focus. Getting shell shocked or damaged will have you roll toughness to maintain it.
Mhm.
But things that do knock the air out of you will basically fuck you up a little bit.
Yeah, he understands that.
So one of the biggest problems with your guys' chi is that it's volatile.
Right.
Very, very powerful, but taking a really bad hit can end up dispersing it forcibly. So you just whatever points you have, you just kind of fumble it all, and then you have to.
Unless you true grit it and be like, hey, I'm using a fate point for this not to affect me, and then be like,
Oh
get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna do that true grit stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so smart.
Oh, it's
So if
just
you do happen to fumble,
yeah.
it's like you drop this bag of coals, this hot burning coals that you were carrying,
Right.
and then you're stunned for a round, and you take fatigue, um, equal to points that you had left times 10 when you fumbled it.
Ugh. What?
Yeah,
Wait. Wouldn't that kill me straight out?
no,
I guess it's double my toughness bonus.
it is, but it really messes you up.
Yeah, no, that would mess me up.
You do not want to mess up your breathing as
Ever.
a
Yeah.
as a practitioner of this form. At the same time, you can be like, you can't hit me because I have a plus 50 for 5 turns to dodge.
Right. Oh boy.
Yep, that's the power of chi. We were
Okay.
just doing, we're talking about martial powers.
It's Hayden, so I went over that last session, not or last campaign.
You went over what?
The key stuff last when I was playing tempo.
No.
That was magic key, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was magical stuff. Magical applications. This is actually like breathing techniques, and it's a different type of. We're using chi.
Oh, not key. I thought you said key, not chi.
Yeah, no, ki is the actual physical
Yeah.
application of your source of power. So a lot of martial schools, no matter what you're practicing, ki is the physical application of it.
So he's working on the spiritual shit, the chi.
Yeah, he's working on chi. In fact, he's learning from a martial arts instructor who he got to pick from 3 forms, and he picked the Burning Embers, Drifting Ash.
Oh, cool
arts
name.
manuscript. Yeah, so it's all Chinese, Indonesia, Thai type of stuff. So, it's specifically meant for humans.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't let me interrupt you guys. You guys keep going.
So, huzzah!
Okay, so willpower done. Let's try our 3 tries then.
Yep, one at a time. Nope.
Didn't get
Nope.
7. Didn't get that one either.
Yeah,
So what happens when I fail all 3?
you just can't get your breathing done. You have to go one forcible turn into remission. So basically, your next turn, you have to go into the recuperating.
Ash, and then wait for it.
Yeah, so basically, that breathing technique is called billows to the fire. So that's the one where you're stoking the flame. And then the technique where you actually start burning chi is called hungering spark.
Okay. So, all right. Even I don't have to hit it yet, so I'll go back and I'll restart that willpower then. Initiate, right?
Yeah. So basically, you get another 5 points. You're at 25 now.
Okay.
Because you had to remember, you had to use Thundering Billows. So
Bellows the
because
fire.
remember, bellowing the fire. You had, if you fail the 3, you're
Right.
forced to go into your next turn. You can't activate this turn.
Right.
Your next turn, you have to go into the stoking, which is, you gain 5.
Okay.
And then next turn after that, you can then use it. You can't billow the fire and feed and then use it in the same turn.
Okay. Yeah, then I.
Yep, go ahead and roll your 3.
Okay, so I don't have to do the base willpower then again. The
So once you've done the kickstart, you don't need to roll that again.
Okay. That just gives me my
Unless
base.
unless you quench by accident or on purpose.
6,
Uh,
30.
there you go. So 2 degrees. No, it'd be
No, 3 degrees. Yep.
3 degrees.
2
So you get plus
20
30.
Passing. Okay. So I can use this for 3 rounds then? Is that true?
Well, this round costs you 10. The next one will cost you 10. And the next one will cost you 10.
Right.
Do not hit 0. Do not go negative.
So since I'm at 25 right now, I
Mhm.
would go down to 15.
Yep.
My
And then
next-
you're going to want to stop there.
Yes, right. So
So you'll
it's
just get 1 turn of blasting away.
Well then, if I
Plus
have
30.
it here, I guess focus that in and get an upward slash.
Okay.
So bonuses
Weapon
on
skill?
this weapon skill besides my plus 30?
It's a standard attack.
Back for 10, right? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
3. So I
Yep.
had...
Sword breaks in half. You hit a force field.
Yes, I figured.
She just kind of was like, well, you certainly got the form. I don't have to teach you sword skills, not necessarily. Well, maybe not until we actually get into martial weapons. There are martial arts forms for that. Right now, I'm not even teaching you martial arts. I'm teaching you foundation. So we're not even into forms or katas yet. And yes, yours is going to be a little bit more freeform based off of the style you picked, but some martial arts require absolute techniques, like the crushing river, crushing glacier. Ever heard of horse dance?
Oh, I could probably do an intelligence test, but I probably have. I don't believe so. It's not where I'm from.
Okay, horse dance is easy. So spread, take a wide stance.
Okay. Takes a wide stance.
Bend your knees until they're 90 degrees.
He's about to take a shit. Next. What's next?
And then kind of form a fist. And then on both hands, and then kind of pull them in so that the side is next to your rib cage. And then hold that until tomorrow. This time. And then after that, we'll do it again and again and again until it doesn't bother you anymore. And then you can even sleep and eat and balance things. And then I'll start adding weights. And then I'll start hitting you. And then, Yeah, and then you'll probably haven't moved from that spot for over a month. That's the start of some of the higher forms. You need a strong base. Like basically, you need to become an immovable object. So if a tank and you were to have a head-to-head matchup, A, the tank can't run you over, and B, you're just gonna pick up the tank and throw it using chi. Not bad for a normal human, right?
Not bad at all.
In fact, I've picked up and tossed around Dreshi tanks. Some of them are a little light, like the hover tanks, but he's got some big boys. You pick him up, you throw him at his other stuff. He's not too happy because he's getting his stuff's getting beaten up by normal humans, you know.
Fresh. Never heard of him.
Okay, so we're gonna fix that. So she hits the data pad a bunch of times on her gauntlet. All right, so I've unlocked the files, library files. So read up, know the people. Dresh, he kind of owns the network, communications, our internet, except for the one here on Queen's in the Queen's Guard in this place, the monastery. We're on private network. From him.
Sounds like a bad guy.
Yeah, we hear rumblings about a lot of dissatisfied groups, and we're gonna look into it. But he's a tough character to take out. So he's a spy and a warlord and then a technician, an engineer, and he's really difficult to take out. Fortunately, he's not his own lord. He serves another, and that individual doesn't want to just remove him because he provides too many services. What she wants to do is replace him with someone not evil. So we already have a couple people, from what I heard, trying to figure out a way to defeat him. But good luck with that. The guy's definitely top villain class. Anyways.
So does she want me to do this motion? Hold it. We're gonna
It's not for you. It was just to show you what horse stance is.
Yeah.
That's for crushing glacier forms.
Okay.
That can help you in the next form. So if you want to pick one of the more stable forms of burning embers, drifting ash, horse stance can also be used to force yourself to build chi faster. It's kind of a meditation and it requires a little bit of setup. So it's basically 2 turns of you, 1 turn taking the stance and finding, the your center, and then the turn will be to focus your breathing and basically align everything, and then you can start taking in massive levels of chi.
So I have a question for you. Where does the chi? How do I go about building chi? Is it more of I bring it from somewheres, or is it the environment? Is it just from myself?
Chi comes from you. Only falling rain techniques pull chi from the surroundings, and problem is that chi is not their own, and the reason why you shouldn't is because it throws yours out of alignment. So imagine you using a lot of chi, and so much so that you're really depleted. And you start pulling from the environment. If you pull more than what you currently have, your whole system goes into whack. Like you actually get sick. Falling rain is balance. Like it's a good technique to monitor intake, outtake. You'll never pull more than you currently have. It's a supplement, and it's up to falling rain techniques to actually convert that mana or that chi into something more familiar with the body. There are burning ember techniques that are really risky. You take in massive levels of outside chi just to use as fuel. Burn it. You don't absorb it.
Use it for your own.
Well, you just accumulate it by using your own as a kind of like a glue or a beacon, and then it just usually you put it on a sword or some sort of weapon, and then you get like one use, and then you hit something, and then you pray you survive, and then you know your weapon's not going to. But that's not the point. I think the only practitioner that I've seen do really well with that technique is he actually takes grenades and hollows them out, and then he basically puts all that chi into that grenade.
Throws it.
And throws it.
Huh.
And then it is just, it's kind of rude. It's what it is.
For the person catching it.
No one's catching it. It explodes and they die. So, you see why swords kind of shitty against this level of stuff. So even with stuff like this, and she pulls out a power blade, still not too good against force fields and high armor like that. And that's what you're going to run to, where you're wanting to go, since you overheard that conversation. In fact, my first assignment was I was thinking you can go out on a little field trip with the boys, this summer schoolies, and learn some camaraderie and test your skills and test your teamwork and all that jazz. But you want to be in the thick of it. It's a good ambition, but it's going to be a pretty rude awakening for you since you're not too familiar with high levels of technology. Yeah. If you approve, if I like what I see, by the time I think I'm ready to deploy you, I'll give you an Archon shield. And move you in, see if you could survive. Maybe even give you a sword that can actually be useful. But I want to move you up to the next level of techniques, but we were not going to do that until you at least have well, no, that will be your field work.
Oh, okay.
Just, you don't have a lot of chi built up. You aren't even considered an alkalite yet by how much your body can hold. But, I mean, this is what, your second day here? The second day learning, martial arts.
Yes. Yes.
So, it's not your fault. And I mean, at least you picked the right technique to build up chi fast. Burning Embers, Drifting Ash actually has the highest cultivation speeds. But it also means that you don't get to have as much chi as the other two.
Right.
Crushing Glacier has the highest, but it's a glacier, it's ice. It takes forever to make. The other one, you're just at a higher state of being all the time. That's the point.
Hmm.
In fact, battles between Falling Leaves, Dancing Rain, in your class is you're better than them while burning chi, but they're better than you. And you're not. So it's a back and forth.
Trying
Anyway,
to get a piece of pineapple out of my drink here.
alright.
Continue.
So I'm gonna use the restroom. You guys can chat or do whatever.
Up here.
What? Sorry, I heard my name.
I just said, "What's up?"
Not much. Learn some Aki Chi.
Yeah, I wonder if my well, because Psyker is part of the soul as well, but I just don't those two things work out.
I'm sure he's got an idea.
Because my PR is 4 right now.
It could go down.
Totally.
Don't forget that's an option. Your last PR character ended up ending the game with 0. So, ugh. I hope we run across him. Johnny Jr., the demonic
wait.
sword.
Okay. Got no love.
Johnny Jr. wasn't he last seen in the hands of what was her name?
Sadi.
Saudi, yeah, Saudi. Saudi had him last.
Dummy. You know, the only reason I stopped Sadi, anything with Sadi, was
Was what?
because of Nordy.
Oh, why? What did Nordy do?
He just changed some.
He jumped
He
in.
wanted me to kill.
Carloso.
No, not Carloso. I wanted to kill
No?
Carloso. He wanted me to kill Mackie.
Oh, he wanted you to try. Yeah.
Yes. Also,
Fail.
screwed up a lot of my other plans I had with her. Like, no, that's not how things work. No.
Well, he can't hurt you anymore.
Oh, I would have became a observer too. Can't think about the best.
Oh, fucking getting cold out.
It is.
Getting cold. Matt just back away for a bit.
Yeah, he's just getting some.
Yeah. We'll have to see. I think Liam said he's getting on around 6:30.
Oh, good. So that means another hour I have then.
Hour or so, yeah. Go on as long as you want. Either before the game starts or right as the game starts. I gotta talk to Matt about the finalizing of some things.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. His internet gave out right at the end of the last session before we could go through all the power-ups.
So. Weird.
Nah. Oh, yawn. Yawn. Fuck. The day at work sucked.
Oh, why? It's raining out?
Just rain. It was just raining all day, yeah. And we're in a super muddy area, so just fucking mud everywhere.
How long are you doing your construction work for? How much longer are you doing construction work for?
Oh, I'm already off.
Oh, you're already off? Oh, okay.
I wouldn't be talking now if I was at work.
No. Hayden, I meant How long is your seasonal construction work for?
Oh, we can work into the winter.
Okay.
We just have to throw up some tarps and do a little bit of snow blowing every morning.
Oh yeah.
It's foundation concreting, so
Yeah.
it'll slow down, but I'll keep it going. They're already asking who wants to work on Christmas, and I already said no. Cat, my fucking cat. Yeah. That's right, cat. I can beat you up, and you know it. Cat acting like he owns the place. Little bastard. You just been doing training?
Yeah, more or less.
I don't know. So you're going on melee, straight melee, no magic at all, kind of deal.
No, not at all. I'm more of a spell sword, I guess you could call it. But this chi is interesting. It more or less gives a bonus depending on breathing. So I just gotta figure out how this is gonna work and everything. I have signs as my magic. I also am a psychic.
So like Naruto stuff. So you do your hand signs. And...
No, Witcher signs.
Ah.
Those draw from the chaos. So it's just it's put order to the chaos more or less for the magic. You could almost call it order magic.
I'm sure that none of the chaos mages, if you're using psychic, if you're using PR to do it, then you're dipping into the chaos gods. I'm sure they're gonna love that.
Yeah, this magic doesn't. The only time it would cause psychic phenomena is if you push it and break the sign. So if anytime you're using the sign, it's like using a force sword that way.
I don't know, but it still uses psychic rating, yeah.
Yes.
So it dips into the immaterial or materium or whatever the fuck it is. I'm gonna laugh. You're gonna get recruited by chaos or the Imperium.
Well, I'm in the Queen's Guard, so for like secret service kind of deal. So
you're her FBI.
not FBI, like secret service, like the president's secret service kind of deal.
You're that dude who jumps in front of the bullet for Maki.
Probably.
Wait, is it Supremus or Maki?
Supremus.
Supremus. Oh. Well, it's gonna be awkward because I'm pretty sure the person I'm gonna go try and kill is gonna be Supremus.
Good luck.
Yeah, no, trust me. Because I'm just thinking biggest invention at all. I'll have to discuss things. I'm still on the edge between fucking Nikki Soul and Supremus.
Well, again, I wish you luck.
Yep. Ain't gonna be easy. Ain't gonna be fun. Yeah, my next big deal is I don't know what his plans are, but I need to get myself a weapon. I don't have anything outside of me that I use as a weapon.
Yeah, Liam has you beat on that new weapon you got.
Yeah.
So.
He piles. Yeah, that's exactly what he has. Is my stag stat wise? I'm a stat beast, but he's got all his fancy toys. He's got some pretty scary toys.
But he does.
He's got like 2 swords and a gun now. So one of the swords. I guess I got myself a gun as well, but not to the same effect. It's limited use.
Yeah.
And it's really only useful against other voidlings.
Veil gun,
I'm probably gonna. It's the Veil gun. Yeah, I'm gonna sell that bitch. I'm almost positive that if I shoot something with it, it'll just fucking take away the void power.
Right, because it will. What's it do? Corrupt it or something?
No, it's just veil. That's what it does. Is it annuls void? Like that's
Okay.
what they're out there to do. That's why you needed a veil gun to kill that thing.
Yeah.
And to do that, it just pretty much annuls it out. So I don't think I'd get anything. I'd just be like, hey, I killed that guy. What? Who knows? I'm also gonna. I got a few. We got a few things we got to do today. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'll probably get high and listening.
I've got to build my pack up. Pretty much means go kill things brutally. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Matt's been gone for a little bit. What do you say he was doing?
I don't remember. He said he'd be back. That's all that matters.
Hmm. I'm surprised John didn't jump on or something. Well, I guess you guys aren't really playing together anymore now that your character's dead, yeah.
Nope.
Does he know you're dead?
I think so. But I didn't tell him. This whole campaign got so messed up. Like we split up just because there was too many of us, and then there wasn't too many of us, and now we're just splitting up more. Yeah.
Like all three of you have like single campaigns going, and me and Liam got to shoot.
Pretty much, eh? What I miss though, I miss being with everyone else.
No, yeah, definitely. I like the voidling, but it's definitely different from just being able to walk around.
Yeah, this
Like
character's different though because he doesn't have any ties to anybody. So.
Well, you're technically on their team, the God
Yes.
Ascension team, so
Yes.
you got that ties. Have you tried to contact your new team yet?
Nope. No reason to. I don't even have a data pad from there. I just have. I'm kind of like cut off. I'm in a secluded area.
Living that low key lifestyle. From the sounds of it there a little bit, they might send you to go help with the destruction of the Dureshi mission. Which technically is the Scarlet mission, so who knows, maybe you'll be sent.
Muse still needs to get her specializations for her character.
The way she is now, being able to she just needs her ring. Specializing Chakra where she is going to be easy as pie. Like it's almost nearly impossible for her to fail the goals. Her big deal is going to be spirit rings.
No, it's more or less her choosing. It's not the fact that she can't do it.
No, yeah, she has to choose them, but the only difficult part's going to be like, spirit rings.
Yes. She's getting a new one, a silver string. Oh, cool.
Yeah, Viridian's going to give that one to her. Then she has to go get her other one.
Yes.
Which will mean more Star Forest fun.
As always.
Can't have fun if it's not Star Forest fun.
It's good that she gets to experience it, though.
Yeah, no, it was pretty cool.
Well, it made us win, so there's
that.
Man, honey badgers are vicious.
What is?
Honey badgers.
You listen to that song, Honey Badger will fuck you up or whatever?
No, I'm just.
That old one?
I remember that. I remember that song, but no, it was just looking at honey badgers actually dragged with other animals.
Vicious little fucks, yeah. Attack a lion just because it's like, oh, you got food there? Mine, I want it. Give me that shit. Ooh. That was a big old gunky that came out of my bowl. Cleaning my bong right now.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Looks like a slug.
Ew.
Guess I hadn't cleaned my bowl in a little bit.
Don't worry about doing that. Be back.
Mm-hmm.
Right back.
Hallelujah.
Jeez. Oh, cookie.
How long you think you're going to be training before he sends you out on a mission?
Well, all depends on how well I do.
So never, is what I'm hearing.
I seem to get the concept of it so far, so. Well.
You squatted like a pro.
Pretty much. I was like, hey, I'm dying over here.
That's what it looks like when I poop every morning. Excellent. You poop quite well. Yes, progress.
Is that you cleaning out your bong?
That's me grinding my weed.
Oh.
My bong's already all cleaned out. There's a difference, Johnny. God.
You're right. Oh, God. Only if I could see what you're doing right now.
You better apologize, man. So inconsiderate.
Man, it's the Canadian in me. Of course I'll apologize.
Okay. I want to get high. And now it's legal, so I'm going to.
Mm-hmm. What are you smoking?
Weed.
Oh shit, what kind?
It's just your regular old fucking like what the fuck, Master Kush.
OG Kush?
No, Master Kush. Yeah. It's just the most well known decent type of weed that's in Kelowna.
Mm-hmm.
So there's all that weird name shit. I'm just like, man, give me your best indica. And he's like, it's that Master Kush. I'm like, that Master Kush.
That was a tasty cookie. I'm just a little disappointed I lost my force weapon. Welcome back, Matt.
No, man, that's a Pokemon fighting tall grass. That's on that. God damn it, another pigeon.
Not another Rattata! Ah!
Unless it's a shiny.
God damn it,
Even
Zubat.
then, I just want to get rid of it.
Yeah, who wants a shiny Pidgey? No one. It's just like a shinier piece of shit. Okay, so we've discussed it, and Johnny's decided to get a gender trans. He's gonna get gender change surgery. He's gonna be a transgender. Wants to be known as.
If you want that, I don't really require you to stick to one gender.
I mean, we've
You'd
already
like the
had that
surgery right
happen.
away.
Though. What's the point? Hey, we just had my character gender bend. Well, we don't
No,
need to have
no,
that
no.
to happen again.
That was no. Now we need to go through the surgery.
I thought that was pretty good surgery with a whole soul transfer and remaking. So
That's not fucking surgery. That's a body transference. That's like changing batteries. That's not fucking surgery.
changing batteries, probably the soul.
Like they're like, oh man, this fucking remote here is dumb as shit, and they just took the batteries out and chucked away the remote. There's a better remote right here, dude. And they just slapped those batteries in. Chest and melted. Sad days.
Get some good food, Matt.
Yeah, I'm just waiting and just kind of munching on my foods. My foods be good, you know?
Well, I don't know because I don't know what you're having. John's playing League. Why he decided not to join us.
I got like a multiple 20-minute ban thing, and I just haven't been able to sit through that 20-minute ban.
I'm sorry to hear that. Were you griefing? What was happening?
All the griefing.
Let me think. I do believe it was a mixture of verbal abuse and spiritual abuse.
Sounds terrible, Hayden. Why would you ever do that in a video game?
I've always been able to understand defeat. It's just when you lose because a guy is too brain dead to understand how to play the game. Yet somehow he's like in silver, so he's obviously played a shit ton.
Maybe he
I just can't handle that. That's why I don't like team games.
You don't like team games? Oh man, not a team player. Can't have you play my game anymore.
Oh. As we try to cut
I
through
can
each
be-
other.
Yeah, as you
This no, you see, this is different. This has what I've always wanted League to have. You have to go through like a talk. You don't
you don't what?
legitimately talk. Sorry, to get over to play this game, they had to talk to you and prove that they weren't a complete fucking mongoloid.
Well,
Like-
if they were, they die very quickly.
They could actually communicate. I don't think League of Legends does that. It's just you have to be able to hit a download button. That's their requirement.
Why not? So easy.
That's
There's
the
also
point.
like an interview process. There should be an interview process with a lot of things, but we don't have to
I,
go into
I
that.
I feel like there should just be a basic intelligence test before you download games, just to make sure you're like actually able to like fucking count to 10 and or like don't have to put a DVD in earplugs and say breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out when you sleep in order not.
It's like an upgraded Caprica or something.
Throwing a few math questions, a few basic questions like there's a crosswalk, you see an old lady crossing, what do you do? I honked her right away. She's slowing you down. You failed.
Yes.
Anyways.
Well, shit.
Ah.
Here you go. Hmm.
Trying to think of what to do, Johnny.
No, I'm just waiting for Matt.
Okay. So, you're back in the dojo. And, just kind of chilling.
Okay. Was she gonna teach me the foundation of more stuff, or was she just going to?
No, she told you to fucking break the board.
Okay.
If you want to rush things,
I
you
never
come
said
into
I
the
wanted to
dojo
rush things.
at any time.
I never
and
said
break
at all
the
I
board.
wanted to rush things.
But otherwise, just show up to class as normal and we'll
Right.
see from there.
Okay.
See you in the morning.
Be that student that works out after class.
Totally.
In anime, that means you're the main character.
Oh, so strong. Ugh, yeah, look at it. Fucking bird.
You've got to show the determination.
Training montage activate. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is the dojo where we usually train for our
No,
martial
it's
stuff?
there's another step. Dojo.
It's more at least the training area kind of deal, like a gym. Right.
Yeah, no, you guys fight. You guys train in the actual gym
Right.
most of the time. This is the dojo for some of the higher level stuff, where you actually have to learn techniques. Yay! Yay! And stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, my plan really is just to read more of that manuscript for chapter 2.
Okay. Cool.
Go there.
And you're reading and you're reading and you're reading and you're reading. So much reading.
So much reading, so little time.
Okay. Why don't you make me some intelligence tests? See
How
if you can
smart
pick up
are you?
anything with your brain. Brain power, brain.
Oh, brain power. Don't fail me now. Breathe in, breathe out.
Natural 100.
25. Okay. Just one.
You know. Okay. You're gonna increase your chi by 10.
Ooh. Limit.
Oh man, reading, it gains you stuff. Being smart.
Nice base plus 10. So, how did I gain this? Was it more of an understanding of myself that I got this from, or was it just me breathing in and out while I gained the knowledge, or was this like an influence test that kind of did I feel the difference, or was it just
Yeah, no, you kind of felt a little surge.
okay?
It was like, oh.
Was it from the knowledge, I think, or okay, all right, I'll just let it be. I was just curious. Sweet. Was that the whole chapter 2 I finished, or
Yeah, that was a whole chapter 2.
okay, so what was chapter 2 then?
Basically, it was just kind of a cultivation type of thing.
Okay.
It was just chapter 2 was pretty short. It was after you did your kickstart, it helped refine your breathing a little bit, and just doing the more refined breathing. It's all they were doing little timing techniques,
Right.
counting, and it actually um, improved your chi just by doing it.
Okay.
That's what you get out of it.
Right. Okay. Can you read more, or should he wait for this next instruction?
It's fine.
Okay. Chapter 3. See, he begins to read. This chapter same size or much larger?
No, chapter 3 is a bit larger. Yeah, so it'll be a minus 10 intelligence test.
Sure.
But you can try more than once.
Yeah. On my downtime here. Okay. Didn't like that one. Ooh, a 9.
Oh, very nice. This one will also increase your chi by 10. Very nice. It also gives you a plus 10 to all your willpower rolls for breathing. So now you can change all your macros to a plus 10.
Nice. Alright, so
What's your character's name again?
Logan.
Logan.
Logan, Master of Breathing, right here.
Hey. Hey.
Everything is important
Hey, all martial arts starts with the breathing.
Hey, you got a problem with breathing?
What if I do?
Well, shit.
I'm going to make a special ability, and I'll put it as
Make a what?
my special ability, and I'll do it as what my thing is. Burning fire,
Nope.
burning embers, drifting ash. And I'll put my
Nope.
plus.
Nope. You're not allowed to have nice things. You
Yeah,
can only have average things
things.
for now.
Well, I think they're above average, Matt, but you can think they're average then. That's what it is.
Well, the Solicon is actually pretty average.
Yes.
Actually, below average, really. Like average is like 3. That's like your base level of average. Power level 3.
What time is it wrote now? Is it in the day as I check my clock?
It's because those chapters took a long time to read.
I bet.
Okay.
I will go to bed. It's nearly 4 o'clock for my next class for my morning breathing exercises. Matt, just to clarify on that plus 10 to willpower, was it for second?
All the breathing ones.
All breathing. Okay.
Yep. Hungering Spark and Bellowing the Fires.
Okay. Excellent.
Excellent. Oh, yeah, actually.
Well, technique, right? That's what. All right. Someone come to wake me up, or am I already good to go? For the next day.
I don't know. Are you? Do you want to go the next day? Do you want to like do a thing? Like Julie?
Like
Do
Julie?
the thing. Julie, do the thing.
Okay. I thought it was
You never
late.
seen? You never saw? Avatar: The Last Airbender. Korra.
Oh, Korra. I mean, I've watched season 1 and a bit of season 2, but it's not on the top of my head. I can't remember. I'm sorry, Matt. It's been so long since I've watched it. No, Logan's ready for day 3 of his existence. Up.
Yeah,
Well.
just kind of wake up. The lights actually turn on at a certain time
Yes.
in your room, which is annoying. Annoying.
But he gets up anyway, puts on whatever he has available. Sure, he's been giving a locker, a little locker at the foot of his bed or something. Military style. He goes to see Tanya. Breathing exercises in the morning. Or am I missing something here?
Yep, you get there and you're like, hey, how's it going? Back. Morning breathing, come on.
It's ready. Breathing. At least he thinks he is. I need a pen. Oh, you wanted?
Yeah. Also wanted you to roll willpower.
I can do that for you, Matt. Do that. 59. Wasn't a great start, but it is what it is. So then I roll my extra 3. Do you want me to do it that way, or how would you want me to go about doing this one? I understand the concept for my
you
battle.
You get your 3.
Okay.
You have to do your ignition, and then you got to do your 3, and then.
So ignition was 1 degree of success.
Okay, great. You got 10 points floated in. Yep. You're like, yeah, okay. And then, well, you're not gonna want to.
No,
you're just gonna.
I'm just getting my next one, my cultivate for.
Yep. So you're just building it in, building it in. Yep. Now you're up. You just kind of go to 70, and then a willpower test just to quench the fire. And that's a +10 as well.
Yep.
Beauty doop doo.
7.
Very nice. You get out pretty early. You feel fucking jazzed for the day. Wide awake. Don't need coffee. Just, yeah! You can go do some workouts, or you can immediately go to the cafeteria for breakfast.
Food is important. I will go eat my protein.
Protein!
Do I see anybody in the cafeteria?
No, not this early.
No.
People were sleeping.
Yeah. It's fair.
I actually saw some people walking in to the breathing area as you were walking out, and they're like dick all tired. And just kind of like shuffling, and you're just like, I'm a morning person! Wow! And you just kind of run out.
The fire feels good.
I mean, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. All right, get some eggs and toast or whatever the fuck equivalent is in the Silicon Galaxy.
They do a family style, and every food you've eaten, it's all human food, and there's like eggs, bacon, sausage links, pancakes, waffles. It's like Hogwarts style, just crazy, lots of food. It's only on one table.
Yeah.
Since but still.
Like buffet style then.
Yeah, you just sit down anywhere and you just kind of fill your plate with whatever is on the table.
Beautiful.
And yeah, just get as much you want, as little as you want. Mm-hmm.
Just eat, and when I'm full, I'll leave.
Okay. So you have 2 hours before martial arts class.
Okay. Gonna go to the dojo and practice his sword. Some exercising, warm up, kind of deal. Is that fair?
Yeah, you're just gonna strike the board.
Sure, why not?
Okay. So you just strike it?
No, I get the motion of lining myself up.
Okay.
Bring in the either. Do I already have the fire ready to go, or what am I?
No.
Is it,
you don't. Unfortunately,
yeah.
Unfortunately, as your class, you can't just have or at least as you are now, you can't just have it sitting ready to burn.
The car's off. I gotta turn the ignition on. Doing that
Yep.
right now. Okay, didn't get that one.
And it's like,
Okay, I got time. I have time.
Stomach clench, go.
42. So 2 degrees of success.
You don't have to punch immediately. There's no rush. You can
I'm just
breathe until you're maxed out. You can actually feel it building pretty damn fast. It's just like, oh shit, feels good.
Okay, well let's feel good with these 3 rolls. Then.
Fire away!
Boom! Oh, and I go boom as I push it to the goddamn board.
So you hit that thing so hard it snaps in half. But oddly enough, whatever this is made of, it hits you back with equal force.
Excellent.
So you need to make me tough success, please. As you fucking clock yourself.
Oh my god! What?
What the fuck? Why is he screaming?
He's got 2 ones in a row.
Oh, nice. Shit.
Sorry, Matt. I'm sorry.
No, Tanya's there kind of scratching her head like, huh. So basically, we can't stop here. You have an opportunity, and you have fate points. This is good.
Okay.
But remember, the ones are taken. That means the hundreds are coming. See if you can dodge it and keep them for the void group.
Oh god.
Okay, so you struck the board. You struck the board, and there was a technique that you got the feel of as you struck it.
Okay.
Because upon impact, flame has a really bad, or at least your chakra has a really bad habit of dispersing on hit. Okay. So more of a mushroom cloud. This one, you were able to keep it instead of letting it funnel outwards, you funneled it inwards. So less of a cone, more of a blade.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a pointed strike. So it hit the target, and actually, if you, upon striking, you actually narrowing the force of your chi down to a tip actually makes a cushion as well as a blade. So striking the board didn't break your knuckles.
Good.
Unfortunately, this piece of wood reflected the entirety of it back up your arm, which should break all your bones and muscles and whatnot. But you do realize you hit it with chi. Now it's sending chi back. It's reflecting your chi back unstably. Right. But you also realize it's your chi, and you remember that conversation that you had earlier, Tanya, about foreign chi absorbing it from the environment, and that's why it's harmful. But this is all yours. So there's nothing harmful about it. It's just in complete disarray.
So I need to order it, more or less?
And reabsorb it.
Okay.
That'll be... actually, with the bonuses, it's above 5. So I just need 3 100s. Closer to the small numbers, the better.
Okay.
You roll a number 1... we'll have history on our hands again, because there's only been one other time I've seen 3 1s in a row.
A 9, though. How about that?
That's good. 21.
And
then do you want to
I'll
fate point the 56?
Yep. 85. I'll burn.
Okay, for plus 20?
Yep. 45.
Okay, that's better. So that'd be a 25, 21, 9. Okay. So, you send your chi out, and the chi comes back, and it comes back hotter than it was before.
Interesting.
And it actually is. There's more. Whatever you just struck it with, actually made it blossom. And now you have way too much. And Tanya's like, okay, before you burn up, Lotus position, which is that immediately sit down, cross legs.
Yes.
All right. Imagine the inside of your stomach as a turbine spinning. Catch it and spin it. Don't let it crash. Spin it like a whirlpool, and then enlarge your chi center with this new power slowly. If you have to, cycle it through your limbs. You know what? Do you know what breathing through your muscles is? Basically, when you breathe in, let the air spread through. Breathe in, and then every breath you kind of feel a new muscle group outwards and outwards and outwards. Every time you do that, if you have too much excess, send some of that power out to relieve your chi center, and then when you breathe out, let it come slowly creeping back. So it'll be a willpower base, well, plus 10 because you got the plus 10, and then I need an influence test. And
Okay.
that good.
I can reroll that one.
Yeah, you're gonna roll.
35.
There you go. Influence.
I'll reroll. 39.
And then you're gonna want to roll toughness.
29.
Okay. What do you want to do with that influence?
I gotta burn it if I want to do anything with it.
Potentially. Do you want to burn it unused? No, I think you're out.
Nope. That would
Want to burn it unused or used?
I'll burn it unused. I mean, used. No, unused for plus 40 on it.
Unused for a plus 40? Okay. Look.
Neat.
Ooh, okay. With that plus 40, that'll really sink into a really solid number. Okay. Yeah, so you're going to really enhance your chi center with that roll. So it's going to add a plus 50 chi.
Okay.
So you're well over 100 now. Your chi will burn hotter upon when you ignite. So basically, when you start, you do your kickstart.
Yeah.
So multiply degrees of success by your influence number. So yeah, so whatever your degrees of success times 10, multiply that by 3 to whatever your maximum is. So if you get 3 degrees of success and you get 30 points, you multiply that by 3, you get 90.
Beautiful.
So your fire burns hotter, and you get instead of an ember, you get an inferno or an actual fire.
Oh.
Yeah. Your striking technique. You're not sure about that yet because you kind of learned it.
I just did it, and it was like,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was fired up this morning, I tell you.
Yeah, and interestingly, Tanya, after a while, after the thing kind of settles, Tanya's in a gi, you know, the karate outfit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's called a gi. She's actually out of her armor for the first time. She's got a belt. You know,
completely muscular, like a motherfucking tank. I bet.
Yeah, she's pretty big. She's sitting there, barefoot. Kind of, she opens her eyes from her lotus position. Nods. Figured if you're gonna, you know, channel chi, figured I could do some too. So sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, but you really did it. So, chi's matured really fast, but that's okay. Some people are quicker than others. So the way it's gonna work, I'm gonna let you pick another manuscript. We're gonna go over it today in the class. Since we're not holding normal classes, I'm gonna suspend that class so we can actually get you squared away while you still have the sense of it.
Okay.
So with what you got, oddly enough, most of the time it's through self-discovery of what, you know, application of chi and just practicing. Yours was kind of a interesting application, I want to say.
It definitely felt interesting.
So, we're going to kind of breathe in and breathe out for a good bit. But specifically focus on breathing through the muscles. Every time you breathe in, span your sense and send it throughout your muscles, and then let it kind of pulsing back, kind of like a way a tide would. So
Okay.
as you feel out through your muscles, push your chi through it too.
Push the chi through.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like a flame flowing over you, in a sense.
More like a fire warming your body from the center. Like a sense of warmth.
Okay.
Or if you're an alcohol drinker, that heat that kind of just travels from your core and suffuses you. Don't let it go too fast, not to start, because your body's not ready for that type of burn. But eventually, you'll become accustomed to it, and it'll feel familiar, feel good.
Okay. Logan will try to do that. Let it feel from the center of the body. Just expand. I guess I would lose heat in that way, or
No, you're not losing heat.
No,
You're
okay.
you're just suffusing it into your person.
Okay. Focuses on that.
Okay.
Right. Out. Logan kind of visualizes it. Is he in the Lotus position still, or what is he
Yeah,
doing?
they're both.
Okay.
You're both. You haven't moved.
Eyes closed.
Yep. Because you don't need to see. You're just trying to focus on your body, nothing else.
I guess Logan would do a willpower test then, while he's breathing in this in and out for the breathing, and then expands and goes from there, right?
Yep.
A 10. Good. 7 degrees of success. And as I feel the warmth. Okay, not that one. A 9 out of 60.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 6 degrees of success. Does that mean I get 180 for that? 180 bonus?
No, not the bonus.
Okay.
Well, that's just your PowerPoint build.
Okay.
Basically, you're gonna get a different use. So you basically, depending on what form you pick, the next ones, I'm writing them out. Depends on use and how many points it uses per turn.
Right.
But all of them will use at minimum 20, but you'll be gaining more power points quicker.
Okay.
And you'll have a larger reservoir. But that was just the original technique you were playing with. These next ones are going to be a little bit different.
Okay. I'm just gonna refill my water.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the perfect picture on Pinterest, and like I find a million good ones, but I can't find the one.
Mm.
So.
What? So what? So what? Oh, burn. Hashtag.
Destroyed you.
Yeah, don't let me do that, man. This ain't no weeble wobble. I play for keeps, motherfucker. Alright. Okay, so there's 4 forms you can pick from.
Okay.
From this specific type. She's like the middle form for your specific form, or the middle teachings, the techniques, the manuscripts, the pages. Burning Embers, Drifting Ash has a lot to pick from, but these are the 4 you're gonna go by the feel of your chi. So, save. So you get to pick between Dragon's Wrath and Salamander's Touch. The first form. The second form is Dancing Sparks and Shining Moon. The third one is Volcanic Force and Igneous Impact. And the last one is Crucible and Gauntlet.
Okay.
Should be under Martial Instructor and Tanya.
Excellent.
Those are the 4 intermediate forms. Doesn't say you can't pick more than one, but right now you get one. In fact, you could potentially learn all 4, but right now you get one.
Can I get a definition of what each one does?
Yep. So Dragon's Wrath and Salamander's Touch is all about manifesting your chi as physical fire.
Okay.
So the most powerful forces of fire from physical creatures, like living, breathing things, is the dragon and a salamander. The only thing that can compete is planets and suns, things that are their heart is fire.
Yes.
But these are living manifestations. Even so, the dragon is a tool creature. It's an ethereal and a dream. So basically, it's the dragons you came across, and their fire is the hottest. The salamander covers the spirit aspect too, because it's a part spirit. Salamander can take many forms. In fact, salamander can pick any creature, like a drake, dragon, worm, basically any reptile form. But it's still the salamander spirit. Basically, it has its other name by it's an Ifrit, but it's the most powerful creature. It's not technically a super sentient one, but it has the best spirit body made of fire. So that form is all about physically manifesting fire, and not just normal fire.
Spirit fire.
Well, you can, but
Okay.
this is the type of fire that when it just sometimes, depending on how strong you are, it doesn't go out. So while you're in ignited mode, any fire you produce doesn't go out until you go into remission for the billowing fire.
Mhm.
And the really strong ones, the fire doesn't go out until you quench. So it's just here's some fire. It's basically you're the Oprah of here's some fire, and then as long as you can maintain, things don't stop burning, and you can't smother it either unless you're a really powerful mage. You can. It also burns in whatever temperature. Even smothering it doesn't work because you can't put out dragon fire or salamander fire.
Interesting.
And it also melts things it shouldn't because it's hotter fire than normal.
Yes. So
So yeah, it'd give you melt of fire. That one's a little dangerous
sounds dangerous.
because you can burn yourself too.
Yeah.
But definitely very powerful. In fact, you can if you have a proper weapon, you can channel your fire onto your weapon.
Yeah. Amy can do the same thing. It's great.
Yep. This would also almost supersede Igni, or it can be combined with it if you want to.
Right. That'd be interesting.
But it's this is the cool thing about your character, and that's why I designed it this way. Especially with your backstory, I was like, oh, dude, I can combine all of this dope stuff with John's character.
Yeah.
So once you get a little bit more control, you can combine Igni with some of that stuff, and now you're hitting people with some really wonky fire, and they're like, I thought I was wearing really nice armor. Why am I on fire?
Oh shit.
Yeah. Salamander's fire or cuts is the one that doesn't really go out. Dragon's fire starts to burn things that shouldn't burn. So force fields eventually will collapse under that constant energy drain of protecting them from melt of fire.
Yeah.
Also, hard lights don't do well against that too. 1 second.
Oh boy. Ugh.
One moment, tea break.
Yeah, no. Hayden, I'm expecting Liam in half an hour, maybe.
You should expect him in an hour. He usually says that I'll be
Okay.
30 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Why you think it's going to take a bit?
No, I was just curious, honestly. I definitely wasn't expecting those 2-1s tonight, though. Definitely.
Yeah, no. Thanks for that. Now I'm going to get 100.
Hey, man.
Thanks.
It's give and take. Give and take.
Nah, you deserve it. You
Liam got
deserve
2-1s.
100s.
Liam got 2-1s last weekend.
Here's my one, motherfucker.
Find it. Grab for it.
Just looking on Pinterest.
Oh man, this fire shit and inescapable attack is gonna be nice because
You
once I
taking
get...
the fire one for sure?
Oh no! I mean my burning embers, drifting ash, like that. This whole ability of like getting bonuses to what you're doing. Just like for every degree of success is a -10, right, to the opponent. To dodge.
Good. Isn't that already a thing? Isn't it inescapable attack?
Hmm?
I think that's a skill you.
It's literally a talent in the
Yeah.
rulebook. It's just every -10. I mean, every degree of success gives a -10 to the dodge.
Too much.
Came back. I had to assist someone. They were like, UT is dope. And I'm like, I know. And they're like, I want some. I'm like, shit. Let me get on that. It's the, So, yeah. Dragon's Wrath, Salamander's Touch. It's all about physically manifesting your chi
Yes.
as fire. Very strong. Dancing Sparks and Shining Moon. She just says that one's mysterious. It's kind of personal. It's not technically, or not really a technique she chose you. It's more of it's a breathing technique you learn, and adds a little bit of mystery to your form.
Okay.
So, basically, Dancing Sparks and Shining Moons is about illusion and the light aspect of fire rather than the actual heat. So, very interesting because you can create powerful illusions based off light or flashbangs or basically remove sight altogether because it's too bright.
Right.
It's kind of a utility one. Like it's about as creative as you can come up with, and all it is a modification of breathing, but not destructive really. I mean, unless you're trying to burn someone's eye sockets out,
Yeah.
or permanently blind them. In fact, some of the more powerful techniques from this is a on-demand strobe. It basically you pulse out from your fist, kind of like a nova, a flash of light that blinds them, and by the time they are orienting themselves again, you pulse out again, and you can basically wreck someone's day. In fact, with the sparks, you can actually create sound as well. So you literally could have a personal handheld directional flashbang that you're immune to.
Okay, so I am immune to it. Okay.
Yes. Well, that's the cool thing about the illusion part.
It's my chi, right? So
it's your chi.
Yeah.
Your chi is just like, let's fuck them up, bro. It's pretty cool. You can do all sorts of really wonky things. Basically, it's meant to fuck up someone's senses. It's not just. It's actually all senses. It just depends on how you apply it. Because sparks can be seen, heard, felt. Tasted. Because you can taste the. Smelled. Like you can really wreck people's sensory puts. In fact, if you get really good at it, you can do it through physical intermediaries like suits. In fact, it's easier to fool suits because they're only going to do audio and visual.
Right.
And you can literally crash audio and visual permanently on some stuff if they don't have a
shielding or anything like that.
But yeah, something that like,
it.
Yeah. In fact, you can actually just fry it. And they have to take off their helmet because they're blind and deaf. Yeah. Shining Dancing Sparks is really good against armored tech armored opponents.
Right.
Even robots, you can just fry their visual sensor. So, Volcanic Force and Igneous Impact. That is about basically infusing your physical form with your chi, and then you just explode with massive strength and toughness. Basically, you turn into the Juggernaut or the Hulk.
Right.
Because you're just like, muscles, you ready? And they're like, no, we're doing it anyways. Smash tank. And the tank does a front flip up over your shoulder because you smashed it.
Nice.
Yeah, so basically, that form is all about increasing your physical strength and agility. And you want to punch a tank? Fucking punch a tank. Congrats. Volcanic Force is about the The strength aspect,
Yes.
Igneous Impact is about protecting your body with your own chi. 'Cause you can punch real good and real hard, but
laws of physics come back at you.
right. So that form is all about protecting yourself and dealing massive physical damage.
Right.
And then Crucible and Gauntlet. That one is a lifestyle choice. You might inherit it just by kind of the way you go about life, but basically, the more life and death fights you have, there's a high chance that you will end up gaining this technique.
Okay.
Crucible and Gauntlet is a rapid transitional cycling of chi. Basically, it's kind of like a second wind technique.
Mm-hmm.
For every opponent you defeat, it refunds chi immediately.
Right.
For every life and death outcome that you win, expands your abilities on the spot.
Nice.
And not only that, you have to overcome those advancements on the spot too. So basically, you only improve through
doing,
basically fighting and
killing.
And well, not killing. Did not say killing. I said defeating.
Defeating. All right. Crucible.
So
yeah, right.
Right. You don't have to kill them. You just have to win. And winning means they're out. Knocking them unconscious is winning. Okay. Killing them is winning. Besting them.
A sentient.
It's your chi. It's
right
up here. It's mind, body, and soul. That's what that is.
Yeah.
So if you view them as that is winning, and the other person obviously is dejected in defeat, or is unconscious because you punched him, that's a victory.
Right.
But Crucible and Gauntlet, once you have inherited it, you can't gain any other way.
Oh, really? So you have to.
But that's the thing. It is.
You got to go fight. It's like...
I mean, that's the only way to build power now. Right. But it's way more effective and way stronger.
Right.
And you can gain access to techniques and manuscripts that are off limits later on because you just don't have the ability to do it. So it's forbidden for you because you'll just kill yourself trying.
Right.
But it does basically remove all safety aspects of this learning thing. Because
you gotta go fight. Learn it. Yeah.
Yeah. Breathing technique, that's just actually might end up becoming a little irritating for you. Right. Because you get absolutely just jack all now from meditating and breathing. Because it's almost a waste of time. I'm going to go fight someone.
Right.
Losing is actually bad.
I figured it would be. It's a high risk, high reward kind of thing.
Basically, losing is a forced shutdown for a whole day.
Okay.
And it gets longer depending on how worse the defeat you suffered. So it doesn't remove progress. It's like there's going to be a cooldown now. I'm sorry you're in the middle of war, but
you gotta go rest. I'm sorry, guys. I'm out. But you're supposed to do all these things, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get in that tank and shoot guns now.
Yeah.
It's the quintessential high risk, high reward.
Yes.
And it removes all their lifestyles. And there's a lot of lifestyles choices for each one. In fact, you can ignore that one because there's another one in the next advanced list.
Right.
But this one's immediately available because you can actually use this early and kick it started early.
Right.
So, yeah, there you go. 4 options. What do you pick? What are you going to pick, boy? Fuck boy. What are you going to pick, fuck boy?
Right.
You can pick one now, but you can pick all 4 of them later, or 2.
Okay.
It just takes a lot more time to learn
Right.
any additional ones, and it'll basically prevent you one.
Right.
Because you'll have to go back, learn that one, then you can go back up. But the more you learn, the more options there will be later on.
Yes.
So, there you go. You want boy? We want boy.
Oh, yeah.
You like?
I do. I'm not gonna pick Crucible and Gauntlet because I feel like I'll get that eventually. Anyway.
Maybe.
He's right.
I mean, you might pick a different lifestyle.
I might.
You might pick something like the slow burn. Just lifestyle choices. You just always there's no pilot light or ignition. It's just there's always a crackling pile of embers.
Yes.
You don't need to do the breathing technique to start. You're always on fire. Just waiting. It's a lot harder to come down from being on fire, but you're ready. No one can get you off guard. Burning.
Okay. Well, why I think you guys can. I see Liam's here now, so I'll let
Oh
the boys,
man, Liam's here.
I'll let the boys have their.
I'm nowhere.
Oh man, we're supposed to do a thing. We were doing a training montage. Why would you take this from me?
You weren't playing Rocky music, Matt. I'm just disappointed, really.
Well, it's not a Rocky training montage.
Every
It's martial
montage
arts
is a
Logan
Rocky
training
montage.
montage.
Every montage is a Rocky montage.
No, it's not.
Training
Anyways,
montage.
Matt, we still have to finish off my transformation. We got cut off at the beginning because your internet went down.
I'm gonna need beer.
That's exactly what I did. Did you hear what that sound I just